not my first live YouTube, but it is my first live YouTube in the car. I can tell you that much. So this is all new. I hope it's working right. I'm about to head home on my phone that I always use to do Facebook. It's an iPhone 6 Plus, so it's very old, and I've had that phone forever. And YouTube, I can't get the YouTube app on that phone, so I can't live stream from that phone on YouTube. Only thing I can do is Facebook Live. So I'm trying to move, and the reason I'm trying to make this move today is because I do the Facebook Live, then I have to download it, do all the editing, and then load it up to YouTube. So now I'm cutting straight to the chase, and I'm putting it straight on YouTube first. So that's what I'm doing now, is putting it straight on YouTube first. And then what I'll do is then get home and then just add a link to Facebook. And hopefully that'll do a couple things that'll draw people to the YouTube. And, that's the point. Okay, let's get going. I'm at a new spot here in town, leaving from work. So I just have to figure out how to get on the road to get home. And then I'll be good to go. So we're going to get started here. We're going to be doing the same thing as I usually do. I'll go into Simplex first, trying to get context on Simplex first, and then trying a couple of local repeaters. So that's what's on the menu today. So we'll get squared away here and get out the parking lot, and then we'll get on the radio there and start doing what we got to do. Also, I'm going to try to keep these videos to not exceed 30 minutes in length. I have a commute every day from Ottawa to St. Andrews, West Ontario. So from Ottawa, Ontario to St. Andrews, West Ontario, I have a commute every day. It takes about an hour. So therefore, I get on the road and I talk on the radio, and it helps that commute go by really fast, because I'm out there talking on the radio. So that's what we're going to do here, is try to get it going like that. And then after about 30 minutes, if I'm talking to somebody on the radio, I'll continue to talk to them, but I'll bring the broadcast to a close, and that way people won't be trying to wait a whole hour. Some people love the whole hour, and some people like it shorter. So we're going to try for a couple weeks with the 30 minutes. And not only that, since it's summertime, I'm told that lots and lots of people prefer to be outside enjoying the nice summer and not in the house inside, not in the house stuck inside there, right, and by the radios. So we shall see. For some people that are out, they might pick up their cell phone occasionally and join on the cell phone. So we'll see how that works. I'll also be looking at the camera a lot today, because I'm pretty curious to see who probably pops on. I saw one person there earlier. I don't know how to see if they're there. If you do pop in and you see this, could you say hello, I watched your live, or something like that? At least to let me know who was watching there, eh? Because like I said, this is my first official live broadcast on my phone. I want you guys to know that. I've done a live from my house on the computer, but not from the phone here. So, yeah. So I think I know what street oh, nope. I think this is a one-way, maybe. Before I turn down the damn wrong street there. Yeah, that looks like a one-way. Yeah. Ah! So I'm going to need to get on Elgin Street sooner or later. Yeah. And I'll be getting on here shortly to just making sure I'm going the right way first. Safety first. So it looks like I'm going to make a block here. And once I make the block, I think I'll be ready to go. We shall see. I hope you guys are having a good day out there today. It was a great Monday for me. Not a lot of stuff, going on and things like that. So, not so bad. I'm trying to figure out which roads are one ways and which ones are not. So, anyway, just bear with. Wow, man, tell me when you live in Canada. When you know you live in Canada. I just got a contact high at at a red light. I mean, at a stop sign. The stop sign people, of all things. I got a contact high at a stop sign. That's how bad the weed smell was. I was like, holy goodness. That was something else. That was an experience there, let me tell you. Again, it's the first day me using the new route. So I still have to go to Elgin Street here. And I guess I'll be showing y'all like tomorrow maybe, when I have everything together and I know exactly where I'm going. So until then, I'll just have you guys just ride with me there as I navigate through this new way of going home. Once I get on the street that I know I'm going to be traveling on, I'll crank up the radio. Right now, I have the national calling frequency, everyone, 146.520, have the national calling frequency already tuned in there. And that's what I always start on, the national calling frequency. And then I try to hit the repeaters after that. So we shall see what happens in a moment. I hope you guys have been enjoying the drive at 5, or the drive after 5, I should say. I really enjoy it, and I would have never known about Simplex. Oh, dog it. It says I can't do a left turn from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. on the street. Well, you learned something new. Anyway, I would have never known about the national calling frequency if it wasn't for a friend of mine, VE3EZB. I saw it on his truck and I'm like, what's that? Because when I started on the radio, it was all repeaters. Our club, Seaway Valley Amateur Radio Club, they have 8 repeaters, okay? And they have DMR repeaters. They have fusion repeaters, actually 6 fusion repeaters. They have repeaters equipped with Echolink, All-Star, and IRLP. So the whole time I've been on the radio, I've been using some form of digital mode or repeater. I did not know anything about Simplex, believe it or not. Because when I got my license, I did not have a license for HF. So I never worked on individual frequencies there, eh? But now I have my HF certification, which is awesome. And now I'm in familiar territory. So now I have my HF certification. So I don't have an HF rig in the car. If I did, I would definitely use it. But talk about antennas for that. That's a whole different ball game there. Trying to get antennas for HF. Once I make this next corner though, we're going to, let me see if I can get this turned around so y'all can see where I'm at and what I'm doing. So if you look straight ahead, I know you can't see it, but that's our Parliament building, which is like, if you're in the States, it's like being 5 blocks down from the White House. So that's what's so fun about me being here, downtown Ottawa. It's like being in Washington, D.C., right? You're in the capital of Canada. Today was a little light, though. I can tell you that now. It was a little light with the traffic at work today. I can even tell you now, a lot of people didn't go to work today downtown. I can definitely tell you that. The reason I can tell you that is because I can make this turn and not have to wait 15 times to get across the street. And if you look in front of me here, except for the guy trying to make some weird turn in the middle of the street here, go figure. But usually I'm waiting there like for three, 4 to even 5 lights sometimes. Just trying to get through that one intersection there. So things are going good here. I'm going to get from between all the tall buildings. You guys can't see it, but I might be able to show you a little bit there. Since I have the sunroof open here, check that building out right there. That's some of these really great buildings here in Ottawa here. Put the camera put back down there. Yeah, so you can't see it either. Over to my left here, there's a very nice park. And now that the summer's here, I'm going to bring my handy talkie tomorrow, and I'm going to try to just talk on the handy talkie on Simplex and see if I can't get anybody at lunchtime. And if I do, that'll be pretty nice there too, to get somebody at lunchtime. One day I'm going to take you guys for a tour downtown Ottawa. I'm just going to drive, look at the War Museum, like just pass by all the stuff, because it's really beautiful down here. I did not see this kind of architecture when I was living in Louisiana. So I find it pretty fascinating down here in the sprawling city of Ottawa, Ontario. So I'll fire up now. I'll just start trying now, folks. We're 12 minutes in. So I'm going to see if I can't spend the next 15 minutes trying to talk to someone. Like I said, Friday was pretty, I didn't get anybody on the air, but it was a Friday and it was very sunny outside. We haven't had a lot of sunny days outside there. So let's see if we can raise somebody on National Frequency. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3 EWV Mobile. Anybody on frequency, over? This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3 EWV Mobile. Anybody on frequency, over? This is the Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Anyone on frequency? Okay, nothing on the national call-in frequency. I'm going to try now the regular stuff there, and go to the VE2 CRA there and see if I can't get anything happening on VE2 CRA. So I've now switched the radio over to the local repeater. Let's see if we can get some contacts on the local repeater. I doubt it. I haven't been able to in like months. No, that's not correct. I would say at least a month and a half. I have made probably 4 or 5 contacts on the local repeater, and it mystifies me because we're in a big city in Ottawa. It's got over 1 million population, and I know they have hams here because they got several clubs, but I know some of the bigger clubs there, they only do digital, But the reason they've chosen to do digital is because it identifies who you are when you're talking on the radio. That way you can't be with any of the shenanigans, because there are some people out there that just want to play around. This is a hobby. I don't want to say it's a hobby. I would like to say it's a serious hobby. But I don't want to say it's like too serious that makes people not want to join it or something. It's not a stuffy hobby. But with the airwaves being public airwaves, some people get on there and they find radios, or they buy very inexpensive radios, and they just get on there and they'll just start messing with people and causing havoc. So that's not all the time, but I know in Cornwall, where I live outside of Cornwall, tonight I have my Monday Night Net, and almost every week, not every week, but almost every week, there's a guy who comes in there, and as soon as I start, he starts belching and farting over the microphone. So I ignore it, and everybody else does. I've ignored it for months, close to a year actually. This is June, so it's going to be a year that I've been ignoring that kind of stuff. But last week I almost lost because it was funny, but I kept my composure. I didn't laugh. But I'm like, wow, this guy sits around all day, because nobody ever talks on a repeater. Nobody, except for the morning. So this guy waits around, for 6 days, and he prepares himself for the 7th day to go and pass gas on the microphone. And that's his contribution to radio. Isn't that something? Here we go, on the local repeater. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3 EWV mobile, 81 on frequency. Over. I'm still on what do you call it? Simplex. Here we go. Now I'm on the repeater. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3 EWV mobile, 81 on frequency. Over. Gonna give it a couple more tries. And once I get outside of Ottawa, there are a couple more repeaters I can try. One of them is called Moose Creek Repeater, and one's called Winchester. So I will be trying those two repeaters as well. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3 EWV mobile. Anybody on frequency? Over. One thing, if you go out there and you get your ham license, there's two things that you can do as an amateur operator. There's two things. One thing you could do when you get your amateur license is you can go out there like myself, and you can talk and make friends and stuff like that every day of the week, right? You can have a lot of fun doing it, and you can go out there and do that every day of the week. Or you could be a scanner listener. Okay, those are the guys that really love it. They love just having something in the background. I think they're the people who listen to podcasts and stuff like that. Like podcasts and those things. They like to just listen. They like to listen to other people have to talk, and it's in the background, and they really enjoy that. It's like listening to the radio. And sometimes they find people like myself that come out every day at the same time and make friends, and they just love listening to those conversations. So we call those scanner listeners. So you can actually you don't need your license to be a scanner listener. You can just enjoy that just by listening, right? And people have been doing that since the dawn of radio. Okay, so I'm out of the main city now. There's some huge power lines that I'm going over now. So there's no need of me trying to get on the radio, because it'll be very, very scratchy here. So there's huge overhead power lines, and then they run parallel to myself. Then up the road a bit, they're going to cross the street there, cross the highway, and then they'll be to my left, and I won't be so scratchy. You're just looking at me now, so you can't really see it. But if I were to turn the camera, you'd see a whole, like, if there were towers, like for radio, we call it a tower farm. There's a whole lot of electricity, and I'm passing to my right-hand side right now, off of Hunt Club Drive there in Ottawa, and it just does some major interference with my radio every time I'm on the air there. So we're just gonna blow by them right quick and get down the road a piece. We're gonna try this again. Okay, I'm crossing the last main overhead power. Now it's to my left. Okay, now it's time to set the old cruise control and see if I can get anybody on the radio there. This is Victor Alpha 3, Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3 EWV Mobile. Anybody on frequency? So that's VE2CRA that I'm trying to contact on, VE2CRA. There's nobody responding to me. On my microphone here, I can press the split button there, and I can go to simplex. That's what I'm going to do now. You don't hear a tone on simplex when I do that. I have the squelch up to about 5, so you won't hear anything when I go to simplex. But at least I know I'm there. This is Victor Alpha 3, Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3 EWV Mobile. Anyone on frequency? Over. So nothing heard there. What I'll go ahead and do now is I'll try to get Winchester or the Moose Creek repeater. That's what I'll try to do now. Okay, here's the Winchester repeater. I think it's VE3 November Delta Charlie. It's either VE3 or VA3. I don't have the first part of it there, but I'm about to try it now. This is Victor Alpha 3, Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3 EWV Mobile. Anyone on frequency? Okay, so I did make it into the Winchester repeater. A bit scratchy. I'm on like medium or low power there. Let me just try to get the power up. This is Victor Alpha 3, Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3 EWV Mobile. Anyone on frequency? Okay, so far we've tried simplex, we've tried VE2CRA, and we've tried VE3 November Delta Charlie, which is the Winchester repeater. After the Winchester repeater, we'll try one more, which is going to be the Moose Creek repeater. If there's nothing on there, we'll have a big 0 today on contacts, but it was still great to have everybody in there with me. And if you live in the area and you can get on simplex or one of the repeaters, I'd love to hear you on there. Here we go one more time. This is Victor Alpha 3, Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3 EWV Mobile. Anyone on frequency? Over. So my wife was asking me, for those of you that are out there that are saying, why does he say his call sign twice? Well, remember I was talking about those scanner listeners out there? They have the radios on scan. Sometimes they're moving about the house. And sometimes they may hear something that they like, but by the time they get up, they don't know what frequency it was on, because it only holds it for a couple of seconds. So I say my call sign twice like that to make it a little bit longer, so if they are trying to locate me or whatever, they can do it. So here we go one more time. This is Victor Alpha 3, Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3 EWV Mobile. Anybody on frequency? Over. Now, all I like to do, since I have this fancy radio, I have left Winchester on my VFO-B That's what we call them, VFOs. I have two. So I can listen to two things at one time. So now that I've called out, I'm just going to leave that one by itself with the volume up, just in case somebody is lagging and come in later. And I'm going to go back over to the first VFO on V2CR8 and check one more time out there. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3 EWV Mobile, 81 on frequency, over. Okay, so nothing heard. The last repeater for the evening. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3 EWV Mobile, 81 on frequency, over. Give them a few seconds to respond there. So as I was saying, tonight at 7 o'clock, I do, every Monday night, I do host a net locally there in Cornwall. I live not in St. Andrews, West Ontario, but the Cornwall Club. The club is called Sevier Valley Amateur Radio Club. We have about 50 members right now, active members in the group. Very active group. We do a lot of things. Fox hunts, field day, summer barbecues, Christmas parties, and we have a weekly net. So lots of things. We also have a lot of guest speakers. We do that once a month on Wednesday. It's Thursdays now, but once a month we have a Zoom link, and we always invite people to come. That's always fun. So we do that. Let's try the Moose Creek repeater one last time, and I'm about to pass the huge Amazon plant to my right. Let me just get the camera there so you guys can kind of see it there. Oh, that's the, we're past the big Amazon plant there. It's very long. Got to show you guys a little bit. I hope you saw something over there. All right, here we go. Last chance. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3 EWV Mobile, 81 on frequency, over. Well, nothing heard today, folks. I wish I had something for you to listen to. We are right at about 30 minutes on the dot there. But it's always good to have you. I don't know who was watching. If you did jump in and watch, if you could leave a little message and let me know you were there, that'd be great. If you click the like button and also the subscribe button, that'll be great too. I have 141 subscribers, and that's a lot in ham radio to get 141 people. Remember, I said most of them can't pick up a mic and press the push to talk button. So, you know, I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying that's it is what it is. So if you get them to press the push to talk, that'll be fun all itself. Now, I've never turned this off before. I'm about to turn this off, and that's going to be it. Hope everybody have a really good day out there. And tomorrow, I'm heading to once a month another group. They're not a club. They have a little get together there, and they have wings and different things like that. They all meet. They have testing at the same time, and a really good time. I really enjoyed myself last time. I left my book there with all my contacts in it, and yeah, it was a good time. So I'm going to attend that tomorrow, and then yeah, it'll be a short little drive over to the other side of Ottawa. It's about 30 minutes too, so that's good. And then that'll be it. I'll see you guys the next time. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor on the air with VA3 EWV Drive After 5. Have a good rest of your evening, folks. Good night.